So when you open a Premiere Pro, it prompts you to open a project. Unlike a document, a project doesn't actually contain everything required to produce the final result. A project is like a set of plans. It catalogs the assets and how you decide to use them in sequence. Most of the assets are independent. So now looking at it, you see under this, you see new project, open project, new team project, open new team. So new team project is when you're working as a team. Open project, new project. So we'll go ahead and create a new project. So, before that, when you look here, you see my recent projects that I've worked on. So these are your recent projects. So Premiere Pro will list them for you on this window, so that maybe when you open the project and you want to quickly, do something, or refer to your recent project, that's where you find them. So I'm going to go ahead and click a new project to open a new project. So when you start a new project, you need to specify some general settings and scratch this. So now you see, also there's a part for you to put name the project. Now when you look here, you see the name. So you give the project a name. So like I'm going to call it setting, and next is the location. So the location of the project, where do you want a Premiere Pro to store the project? So you now have to browse it, and then on your desk, on your computer. So I'll just you just find the location that is best for you. So I'm just going to leave everything like this. Premiere Pro, has a default settings for that. So I go by the default setting of Premiere Pro. So now under the general settings, we have video. So under video we record on time code, feed plus frame. So I'm going to leave it at time code. If you're doing films, you can use feed or frame. So audio samples and milliseconds. So I'm going to leave it at audio samples. Capture HDV or DV. So I'm going to choose HDV because the camera I'm using is a HDV. Display the project item name and label color for all instances. Well, I'm just going to leave this unchecked, and I'll say okay. I'll go to scratch disk, and so scratch disk is simply this you designate for a particular purpose. So you designate this for a particular purpose. In our case, we want to specify where captured videos and audios are saved. Also, videos and audio previews where they are saved. So these are also files that are generated later. You see audio previews and video previews. So under the scratch disk captured video, you want to specify where they are saved. So if you have the luxury of having a secondary disk, you can use that as your scratch disk. To create space on your operating system so that you don't jam pack it. So you can use a secondary disk. So in case you have a secondary disk, all you need to do is go to browse and then select it. So it should be somewhere around here. But since I'm not using a secondary disk, I'll just leave everything by default. And by default, Premiere Pro saves your project on your document folder. So when you go to the document folder, that's where you see the project. So I'm going to leave everything here also as same as project, same as project, same as project. So now everything is looking good. I'm just now having named the project. I'm going to say OK. So it says the project already exists. Confirm override. This action can not be undone. So I'm going to say confirm override because it's just the project that I wanted to create before. So I just have to say yes to override it. So I override it. So, but you don't have to override any project that you're not done with, that you're working on. So this is just a mistake, and I need to overwrite it. So now that the project is created, this is what the interface looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and create a sequence. So by clicking on File, I'll go to New, project. If you want to create a new project, you can also create a new project from here, same project from here. But since it's a sequence that I want to create, I'll just go and create the sequence. So now this is the sequence, and this is just the prompted me to choose options, to make some settings on the sequence. So under the preset, I'm going to use HDB. This is I'm using HDB 1080. I'm shooting on 1080p 25. So that's selected already. So whatever camera that you're using, you can find the presets here. So you just have to go and select it, and then choose, select it. Then under the settings, editing mode, 1080p, time base 25 frame per second, and display format 25, HD anamorphic, audio samples. So now everything looking good. Under the tracks, so by default Premiere Pro creates 3 tracks and audio, 3 video and audio tracks. So I'm going to leave it like that, and I can make changes to that later in the video if there is need for that. So now having looked at this and everything is looking good, I'm going to go ahead and rename the sequence. So I can as well call it settings 101, or whatever the name is that you wish to name your sequence. So now that I've created the sequence, I'll just say OK. So I can go ahead and start editing. So I'll import files. This is where the imported files are, and then the editing is done here. And all these other panels and things, these are there to help you, to guide you, and to make changes and then to edit properly. So on our next video, we'll be treating other aspects of this editing. So importing files and arranging them on the settings. So thank you for staying good, and don't forget to hit that notification button and subscribe to the channel so that when I post the next video, you'll be notified. See you on the next video.